So I'm thinking I'll put these are some USB cams. And other ESPs and stuff in this box. So we'll put these in different places, and yeah, I've got tiny ones. Let's check out the tiny ones. So there are a few tiny ones, I think. So we can connect these to different sensors and stuff. So I don't want to start the microscope now. Let's just do this. So we didn't want that? Come on. Easier to plug in the microscope. It just takes 2 seconds to start. I'm just waiting for it.
It's just a pain to work with. Setting up IP ranges, DNS, static IPs, etc. was just annoying and complicated.
Okay. So maybe some people like more control and some people like it to be more automatic. So this is an S2 Mini. And it's not very big, it doesn't require a lot of power, right? So these would be perfect to put somewhere with some sensor, maybe just a battery, which would be much bigger than this thing, right? So my thumb almost covers this. And I'm not a big person. So I think I got two S2s, two S3s. Really, I should put all of these separately, because why? So as this is a short stream, I do want to do the other stuff, but I prefer chatting when I have this little time, right?
Unspoken Superintendent says,
so keep chatting.
BS viewer zo in stream boo. Tom, remove the space at KRNGSVJG.
Ah, that's interesting. So okay, they move the parentheses away from the remove the space, and then it wasn't detected by my little filter thingy. Tricky. And all of the words best viewers and on are with special characters. So this one was an extreme case. Do you see how many headers we got with this tiny thing? Seriously, you know? We got all of these with this one. Here it is, the bag. So let's get rid of all these in a pile. So we can actually look at stuff. I'm kind of switching the stream here now, because this is a useful thing to do and it's not going to take a long time, and I'm going to get a bit organized.
The hardware my server uses is Intel Pentium E6700, NVIDIA GeForce 510, 4GB RAM and 250GB Samsung SSD.
So why do you have a graphics card? What do you use it for on this machine, which is not mega new, right? And the 510, that's even older than my hobbies. He uses a 680 or 690, I think.
HDMI low. Translated from Spanish.
So let's set up the microscope there, so we can peek at stuff. So this one, D1 Mini. So this is a D1 Mini. So I'm thinking of actually, there is text on the boxes, right? So it will say what it is. IoT development board. So I'm back and forth there. I want to do what I started doing, but I can't really chat then, right? And it's also nice to just have a list of these.
I use it only because it was already inside the system when I got it, and it has a HDMI output. It's easier for me to adapt from HDMI somewhere as adapting VGA somewhere lol.
Okay. So I don't have a monitor connected to my servers. I just have them remotely, you know. So that's why I didn't think of a graphics card as actually being used for graphics. So we're going to set up a honeypot too. Let's just get rid of the headers, because this is a real quick thing. Oh, this isn't opened even. So let's see, if I cut this, will I lose a lot of information? Nah. Let's do it just on the edge. So there's still the most information.
Well, it's located on the same desk as my main machine, and I sometimes want to access stuff directly if needed, because I messed up something network related lol.
Oh, okay. Or the hard drive crashes, right? Then it's also nice to have it accessible. So this is the tiniest board, I think. ESP32s 0. So this is, well, definitely my thumb size, right? So imagine this being somewhere in the house with stuff plugged into it. So that's why I got all the things for the home automation thing, right? But now I just wanted to get rid of all the headers. These are just the headers of 3 bags, right? This is just 3 bags. So all of this is like headers, all the space. So,
yup. It's easier to check for error messages when there is a screen connected. Like yesterday. A lot of I/O errors and then a kernel panic trying to soft reset the system lol.
Oh. Yeah, so do you know why it crashed? Why the hard drive died on you? Did something special happen? So they have like 3 of these. S30. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. So 3 S30s. Mega tiny stuff. Then we have 1 S2. And this was, it's a little bigger. VMOS D1 Mini. Yeah, so it's not like I'm gonna sort all these. Let's just get rid of the header pins because, you know. Also, actually, so I'm thinking most of these will fit in this, right? So I'm sorry, Mike, but I'm going to lean this on you. And we're going to do
the hard drive
was
manufactured either in July or December of 2011 and was running as a main office machine at my aunt's company.
Okay. So it wasn't really new. It was well used and maybe allowed to retire. So I'm just curious now if these are the same 0. Mini development board. Right, so let's grab the one that has the hole and just throw the others away. And I'm cutting this thing out. By the way, we don't need the whole thing, right? Manufacturer and what room they're in, what building, we can just say bye-bye to. So it's just this bit. I'm keeping the bigger text up there though, where it says in bigger font S30. So now I'm confused. This one is slightly different, okay? So this makes it easier for us to actually use these and have them a bit organized. So how much can I cut? The little cutting line there, which I almost can't see even. I meant this one, yeah. So now it's much easier to, oh, I want a tiny one. Oh, these are tiny, right? Though it wasn't very smart to put this underneath. Then I have the bigger ESPs. They'll stay in its box here. So there. It's just the tiny ones. So it's not like this will fit the shield though. Right, so this is not actually pulled out all the way. So alright, so here we have S2
It
Mini.
has 751 power-ons, 1,105 hours and some bad sectors which are not correctable.
Okay. Yeah, so it said bye-bye. So I just wish my hard drive had actually been on close to when it died. I'm looking at it on the desk here, because when I started it just is not, it says it wants formatting. So maybe I can like repair it or get it back somehow. We'll see. I also know that these hard drives were like discarded from a company. So my hobby's old company that he ran like over 5 years ago. These are like discarded smart air drives and such. That was like, whatever. Let's try them, see if they work good enough. So as long as I don't know what I lost, it's not a problem, right? I have all my kids' images and the photos, that kind of thing. That's the important stuff. So let's cut this one out too. So we'll see if I have time for any more of other stuff, but this should be kind of quick though. So somewhere like there. So these are S3s. This is an S2. Not that I will keep this up.
Try Diamond.
Same one.
Great tool. You can recover raw data and files. You just don't have the correct file names and maybe some corruption, but it might still be accessible.
Okay. DMDE. I can type that here, I think. So let's just compare that these are the same. Yeah. So all these headers. It's good that they come with them, you know, but oopsie. What did I drop? Another header, of course. Fill in my share. So we have 2 of those. So instead of just having them in this,
it's a paid but relatively cheap software. It's way cheaper than a professional company though, lol.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna pay anything for this. But thank you. D1 Mini Pro. Well, let's do one at a time, I guess. So why do I have this here? See, another header on the floor, by the way. I'll show you the pile afterwards. So ESP32s.
The free version limits you on how much you can recover at a given time, but for looking at if it's worth the hassle, it's good enough in the free version.
Yeah, so I'd like to know what kind of data it is. So that's good. Great, thank you. So it doesn't have any names on it, but we have this, of course. I'm putting it. You know, these are easy to lift up and move around, so that's nice. I don't even have to care or think where I put them, you know. Well, this top line was not useful, was it? So let's just cut that away too. I think that line was not useful either. Well, I guess I want the bigger size because it'll be messier otherwise, right? So let's just get rid of this. There. Maybe I'll type something there. Vemos D3 Mini Pro. So, the tiny one here, which I think might be... This is an S2. So not the same as this one though. Or rather, it's not the same manufacturer. What about the name? Micro USB. And this one is USB-C. So they're not exactly the same, but they're both S2 minis. So what else? Let's look at these. If they look totally identical. Oh, it's even got USB-C on that one too. Yeah, these are the same. So why? Okay, so what is just different sellers of the same thing, right?
My HDD, current pending sectors 95, uncorrectable sectors 95. Crystal Disk Info also warns me on the overall condition being at caution.
Okay. Yeah. So this one actually said more things about the board, so I'm going to put both labels in there. Maybe I'll throw the other one away later. So let's see if we can get this done.
Let me grab a permanent marker and put a big X on it.
Yeah, do that. It's not nice to forget such a thing, but rather I'd throw it out. Or rather, where do we have my my hard drive pieces. So this is what you can do with hard drives. And they have nice magnets inside and some other things that you can play with. I don't know why I kept this one, because it kind of looks funny, right? The reading heads. So, oops. Insides of a hard drive. Look at how many. They're very clean, these. Oh my. This has experienced the magic smoke. See if we can see what component. Yeah, there's a big X on it. I think it is this component here that's like burnt. So maybe we can find out what it is and test it again. So this is only necessary though when we burn it. This is just a...
Well, I still have pretty old hard drives in my basement compartment. Most of them are about 160 GB in size, and some of them even have the old Molex connectors next to the SATA power on them all.
I have IDE drives over here. So, I'll continue this. So here we have, will these fit? So, yeah, so all the ESPs will fit in this box, right? Let's see if we cut. I don't feel the need to keep these safe in here though, but it fits, right? Yeah. So I guess we keep it like that. This is much nicer for storing the ESPs until we can use them in a good way. So we can much easier see what we have, what we can use, instead of a big ice cream box up in the shelf, right? Oh, this one didn't have any good label either. Well, I'm keeping the space. We can type something later if we need to.
Well, it is not usable anymore today. You need adapters and stuff. But those old drives
I
are
have
still
adapters.
usable.
Yeah,
maybe
I
I'll
have
do a big
adapters.
spot one day, lol.
Oh. So here's one with the relay. This is kind of cool, right? So we can control something with this. Something 10 amp 250 VDC. Oh. So we have two values here. 250 and 30, 250, 30, 255, 28. 4 values. So ESP1, 1S. This is the ESP, the little board that's attached here. So this is a kind of cool thing. So we can control something in the house.
The first is AC, the second is DC current.
Oh yeah, AC, DC, but it's still 2. So is this for one, is this for the other? That's what I was thinking. And 3 connectors, 2 connectors. I'll have to check this one out more, this board. It has a number and stuff. But we're not doing it now. I guess I just put it in a random box here. So there's 3 lines with these.
I don't think so.
No, it sounds odd, so we have to check it out. Definitely. Also, this might be a help to read this again. So. Nah, no specs on it there. Let's put it that way so it's easier to read. So do you imagine how much easier this is to see after this? So on the bag. So it's nice to have this done, but I'm not getting anywhere on my CV, which is very important too. So, but I felt I couldn't do it while shedding anyway. So I'm interested in hearing about your stuff. There. Are you in the Discord, by the way? You're in the Discord, right? Yeah, I tried peeling this off before. Didn't work. So this box will be like homeless, purposeless. No, actually, we have things that won't fit, right? Antennas. So I guess I put all the others this way, then I can easily see the connector. So this one has micro USB. This is USB-C.
Gonna go lurk. Need to get my second medication from the pharmacy. I need both tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm on Discord. Why?
No, just good to know so we can chat, you know? I was going to ask you if you can tell me how it works out with the computer and the hard drive. So, but you'll probably be on stream again, right? So, good luck with the hard drive and with getting the medicine from the pharmacy. So this is a... Right, it doesn't say because it's like several ones in the same. I'll have to check the board itself. Yeah, so I thought so. ESP32 room. So let's finish this and kind of quickly. I think I'm closing up to the end, and then I'll continue with the CV. So. Then I can
the hard drive will get erased, get an X put on it, and then tossed in the e-waste box. Lol.
Yeah, you saw what I did with my hard drives, right? Hanging, looking pretty. And there's nice magnets in there. There's motors in there. So this will definitely not fit in. If I get one with 2 slots, I do have one here. So we could just replace 2 of these with one of these instead. And the shield will fit.
Did that years ago. It's not worth it for me. It's just more stuff laying around.
Those are
old.
Use. Those are old. So, should we save this bag? Nah. So, here we have another one. Let's see. This was the Venus one, right? D1 Mini. And D1 Mini. So, compared to the text on this one. So we can just throw this bag, it's the same text. Type C Mini version 4. Let's just compare them. They're not looking at all similar though, so I guess they're different. So if you look on the other side, they're very different. Very, very different. So, different box. And that's interesting too. How come they had the same name, but so much difference. There was something missing from one of them, maybe. Like the actual thing.
I have a lot of tech laying around. Most of it could be considered junk / e-waste. Need to do some cleaning out soon.
Yeah, so I got these quite recently, and I was unboxing them. I just put them in this bag here, so this is much more useful. Getting stuff sorted a bit and organized. So I have the normal ESPs here now. And with the labels, it will be easy to find the right thing. So when you order from AliExpress, you never even know if
Last
it's
big
really
clean
going to
out was a
arrive.
little over 2 years ago because I moved into my current apartment.
Ah, okay. So there. So these wouldn't even fit if they were the same box. So another one. So this one already has a tiny little label. Let's cut a bit of it away then. There. And this is the last one. Different shape, very different. Oh, this is one with antenna, so it's not as long. So all of these have the extra bit for which is the antenna, and this is for connecting an antenna. So you have a connector here. So if I can find where on earth it is, there, and then we have antennas here. So
I threw away like about half of my stuff then. It was at least
nice.
2 boxes of stuff I threw away while keeping 3 boxes of maybe good stuff.
Okay, yeah. Let's say that I recently threw away a car filled with stuff, or gave away. But it was a lot like outgrown clothes for my kids and stuff, so it wasn't really useful stuff at all. There. For me and the kids. So this is a bit big for this box, right? So I'm kind of thinking this box will be repurposed for ESP cams and antennas because they're big. So let's just add some text here. That was a bad pen. Maybe I should have threw it out. Cam. And let's just remember that the spare antennas I bought because I had this one, right? There's actually some other stuff that I put on the other side, like 3-4 things more too.
Yeah, for me it was mostly cables, old hardware I was not able to get a use out of it, defective hardware.
Old hardware. Okay, yeah. So bad cables, I just threw them out at once. Oh gosh, do you realize how many ESPs we have? Big ones. So let's see, I think we're good on those now. And this is why this is good too, because I couldn't see what I had in there. Not that I was going to buy more stuff now, but there. Couldn't they write something useful on the top line instead of just that. So I probably will like shift those boxes. You know, I can just lift them up easily. So this one mentioned the display, and I do have displays too. So there's another shield.
You know how many RJ45 cables with broken retaining clips and those mini USB cables I threw away?
Oh, I just replaced the RJ45 connector instead. One of mine, the one I had here on the desk. So 2 different ones. One with color, one more like stylish, right? 2 shields. So that one won't fit. The big shield won't fit. That's a bit annoying, right? But it has screw holes. We'll see what we do with that one. More headers. Surprise.
I have way too much cables and only unsealed a Cat 5. Not even Cat 5e.
Okay. Oh yeah, shielded ones are just take too much space at home. ESP32 light. So yeah,
some of them had good retaining clips on both ends, but were only 100 meters cables, so only 4 wires in them instead of 8.
Okay. Why? 4 wires. Never seen one of those.
100 nit meters.
Okay, yeah. So that's something new for me. I've never seen anything like that. And I worked with network since. Well, do you count it when I was with my dad when I was little? But then we didn't do TP cable. It was coax cable then. For now, let's put all these headers, and it's an amazing amount of headers. So I really just wanted to get rid of these out of the bags, but then I saw this box as I moved it when I... Right, so let's just get one of these. So it's like half full of header pins. So I'm thinking, should we use another one that's big?
You need 1 pair, 2 wires, for 10%, 2 pairs, 4 wires, for 100% and 4 pairs, 8 wires, for 1000%.
Yeah, but look at old wires. They all had 8 cables. If you go Cat 3, you know, whatever. Cat 4. Cat 4, Cat 5. So I've built networks, hurting my fingers from untwisting the cables. Because it was a tiny office.
They were cheap cables I got from an ISP while having an apprenticeship there.
Okay. So that's what ISPs use. So this is annoying, right? That it won't fit. If I were to do this, it would fit, but it wouldn't be as pretty. But it's not like these are gonna fall all over the place, right? They're attached also by the lid shape. So we can just do this for now and we'll see later. The only thing that's left is whatever this is, right? So this says touchscreen.
It's the cables they ship with their routers, but they are not getting used because of how bad and cheap they are, so they take them back and throw them out once in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. So what was this? Voltage meter. So you'll see a little display of how much power we'll get. Now I'm curious what will happen if I put this between with my Focusrite. So I was actually looking for the displays though. Oh, I put them in a drawer. Let's see. They're sorted. So you're not missing your time to get the medicine. So here we go. So one of these actually have an ESP on it. All right, let's just. Oh, that's sticky. Let's put it there. Well, I didn't have scissors when I did that, I think, so. This is cool. A touch display. With a pen. So what will we make of this? And
they are a local ISP of the region I live in. Nothing big like T-Mobile or Vodafone or what else you have over there. More like an ISP only running the city and maybe a little bit outside of said city.
Okay. So like a local one. So here we have a tiny display. So I'm thinking we could use this box for these two, right? Uh, 096. We'll have to test all these things. That wasn't a very good label, was it? Keeping some of the plastic because it was so tiny. So you're not missing your time. I know that you said last time they closed at 12, right?
And their routers are garbage themselves. Google Technicolor, cheap garbage routers for DSL.
So I could keep this on this one, maybe I should. So you're not missing your time there. Ah, whatever. They have a protection plastic here too. So
even if I actually miss the time, it's opening again at 2 p.m.
Ah, okay, so it's not really a hurry anyway. Okay, got it. So this one, this is a cool one. Cables too. So 2.8. I think this one is
I still go and grab
too.
that stuff real quick. See ya in a few minutes.
Yeah, see ya.
Says.
So I'm going to go and check with my kids in a bit. For my kids. Yeah, thanks for the lurk. So these two, I think they're the same. Only one came with cables too. So it's a kind of nice looking. Let's see. here somewhere. So I saw the color in there. It's orange. It's an orange cable. So, and a tiny connector. So let's keep them in the bag. There. Now I'm curious if this one has the connector too, with no cable. So these are quite too big to be here, but we can at least use those. So let's see here. 144 LCD touch. This is touch 2. So I don't think it will fit in one of these, will it? It will. It does fit here. That's nice. Because then we don't need a mega big baggy thingy. So the tinier stuff, it might just disappear in one of the big boxes like this one, right? So let's see, do we need this too? Yeah, it did say touch and everything, right? We want this, the touch information. So it's time to go check on my kid to see if he wants some food. I just want it to be big enough not to disappear in there. So so my older displays are also
Tyrone
displays.
says,
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Here we have another 1.8. No, the other one was 1.44. This is 1.8. So let's actually get that bigger box.
That looks like an amazing box of goodies.
Yeah. Here we have goodies. So this is a display, and then we have another one. So let's get rid of the headers. They're just problematic possibilities with those in the box. So all of the goodies. That's why these are so good. You can just turn them upside down if you can't get stuff out. So we have the same setup. Pins, the same display in this one, right? So, nice little boxes, right?
I got my first ESP32 the other week. I always had ESP8266 before. Not much difference, but was nice to get something newer.
Yeah, so I recently got my first ESP. Any ESP. And then I guess I got a bit crazy. But went a bit crazy with it. No, but I bought a few of these. So this is for an Arduino Uno module. And this one too, I guess, right? So which one is the one with an ESP on it? Was I blind when I checked?
I have them dotted around the house, with a temperature sensors connected to them, sending data using MQTT.
And that's what I'm going for, really. I don't know if I'll use MQTT, because I'm not sure I'm very happy with the protocol, but we'll see what we'll do, and what also is the most energy efficient. If you have tiny devices on a battery. So maybe it's better to put a tiny battery somewhere, you know, than having cables when you have wireless and everything. So I should like make a home automation channel in the Discord, right? That we can play with.
Mine are all connected to a 5V power adapter.
Oh, yeah. So since I have these mega tiny ones here, you know, these are not very big. It's 3 in here. So they're not, I don't think they're that power hungry.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah. Those are S3 minis, but those are S30 actually. But the tiniest one I have, let's see, it's the one with the relay. Here. So this is the tiniest one. Here. This is an ESP. So microscope it. Where are you here? Oh, it's a bit bent. So this one, this is an ESP 01S. So here you have like a real tiny ESP. And I looked at the soldering here. I was thinking like, will this work even? You can see how uneven it is. It also looked like, let's see. So the soldering, we might just heat this up a bit. But it is tiny. Very tiny. So, yeah, these pins look like they're bridged together. Anyway, you connect it to this relay bit here. So I only have one of these. There. So let's see. Can we read this now? Yeah. So this one has a card reader. Then there's a touch display. And the connector is protected there. Yeah, so I did bend the green plastic the other way before. So then we have these ones. And I'm sure these two are the same. So this one should be the cool one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind. Oh, there's the other box. The other one too. So let's look at this one. Yeah, there's definitely no big chips or anything on this one. So display, but it's a bit too big to fit in this box, so it'll go back into the display ones. So that we can have the tiny ones more accessible, that's nice, but I'll keep the one there. So this just says 2.8 TFT on the box. Yeah, I think this is just an ordinary one too. No, there it is. So now we can see we have an ESP on this board, right? So I found the cool one. Big bag. So an ESP and a screen and photoresistor, looks like. So I guess it can like sense light too, can it? doesn't look like anything else. Looks like that at least. So it's a room 32 on it. So this must be our nest project, right? A LED on the back side. A connector there. Yeah, this looks so cool. But I'm going to... this has all the connectors, right? So... we have the micro USB, USB-C, and the special connector there for... I guess that's for pins. Oh, I think I saw RxTX there, but let's get the little cable, little special cable. So VN TXRX ground. So we can also connect it to other stuff easily. And we have well, we have the reset button in another one. LED one, also a card reader. Meaning we can have storage on this device too, right? Little computer. Here's another connector. So which one will this fit? This is for the big one, right? Not for this one. So here. So if we don't want to use USB for power it, VN and ground, we can use this thing and connect it here. Let's see. It looked like this direction first. Maybe not. There are connectors on this side too. IO TX RX 3.3. Okay, so they're not the same with the connectors. Or maybe I'm not fidgeting enough. Yeah, I think it might fit there. We could also like full screen that. So now it's connected. So I'm gonna go down and check with my kid. Then we'll see. I kind of need to finish the other stuff too. Screwdrivers to the box. Yeah. I'll be right back. Hopefully. So, not the optimum solution. But my kid had already grabbed something to eat. Ice cream. Right. There's this tiny little thing here that I think was in this connector. So why? Maybe to protect it in delivery, but it's not like it doesn't already have protection. I don't know. So it just falls out anyway. I guess we'll leave it in the box. So we'll have to think about what project we want to do with this, right? So we have kind of nice and long cables here to attach something else. I don't have the lights on even. So we're going to go back to the actual thing we were doing too soon. I just want to see what these headers say. So, of course it fell. Right. The little thingy. So, ground IO possibly 30, 22, 21, and then we have so I'm actually gonna come on phone. So (22 and 27), right? Ground IO 22, 21. No, it must be 27. And then these are well, we can't read. It says 3 and something else. So, anything else that's interesting to see in this board? S13. And this is the other special connector here, TXRX ground. So can I manage to grab this one? No. It is so stuck there now. I think I'll need a screwdriver to get this out.
My boss is off till Friday, so our morning meeting that is usually just 15 minutes turned into over an hour, without my boss.
Okay.
Not sure what that suggests, lol.
Could suggest so many things in opposite directions. So I guess we need a screwdriver for this. Is this one too tiny?
We have more to say when the boss isn't around.
Okay, okay. So it wasn't that it was unorganized, because that could be, you know. But if it's that you have more to say, I guess it's not good. So yeah, if you don't speak when the boss is around.
First 20 minutes might have been talking about one of the guys' new house they are looking at moving to.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So I kind of think that we don't need to remove that one now, because I want to get started with other stuff too. And it still has its place here. So the big nice bag.
Where did you get all this stuff?
AliExpress. So I have older things there too, right? So this I used with, I don't know if I even used it with a pick. I don't think so. It's probably just Arduinos.
I thought it might be. That's where I got my ESP32s from.
Oh. So what's outside? This is like old. So this one goes back in the. So we have displays, and this one is now not ESPs but ESP cams. So this was like filled with ESPs. So I should do the same with Arduinos, tiny Arduinos, really. But here's just the big ones, I think. Oh, a Bluetooth module.
I have an old LCD display like that. It just had I2C to connect to it.
Yeah. It's probably got I2C. So I'm just connecting this as I saw it as just power. Here's the tiny one. So this is an Arduino 328 Pro Mini one. So I'm thinking all of these tiny boards should also be in this box, right? These will have to stay in this. So here we have several. I guess this is becoming more of a cleanup stream. Nah, I'm not doing this now. I want to get onto the CD stuff. So I get done. I want to be done with that, so I can start sending out applications. Here's another bag. So touchscreen and display.
I've got an old big Arduino with an Ethernet hat on it, and then another LCD screen on top of that.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't think of an Arduino.
It's a big chunky thing.
There's the Megas too. Is it one of those? There. So I have one box also called ICs.
Yeah, something like a mega.
So I started trying to get those sorted too. So now it's looking into my trash bin.
It's upstairs in a box which is about as messy as yours.
Cool. Microscope off. And these boxes are so nice. So why won't that close?
That box is nice though, yeah.
Yeah, so there. So it also has this opening, so you just pull it apart and then together. And now it was like this, so I couldn't close it. So there. And you can like turn it upside down and it won't fall apart, which is nice. Back. Actually, these two screws were in the other one. So let's keep track of those.
I had a set of plastic drawers with little components in it, but it was on my windowsill and the sunlight caused the drawers to become brittle and they snapped. At the back.
Oh. Yeah, so sunlight and plastic is not the best combination. So we did also do, now I hop from the desk, let's hop back then. So this one we put like a bit of random stuff in. So we have, this is power, oh here we have the servos for the robot. The replacement servos I bought. We can actually throw away the big plastic bag. So 2 servos. So I can't see anything of this. Come on. I'm trying to click it. Not right, I can do it right on the app. So I did buy Arian, which has been so worth it. Since you have this focus functionality, you can just click the screen there. And there's just one, that's just one of them. 2 pieces metal gear. They're not metal gear though. We picked one apart, the broken one. And just plastic gears on the bottom. So the visible ones are metal, but the ones at the bottom that didn't work were plastic. So here, metal, at the bottom, plastic. So we have some big, yeah, right. Maybe if it's usually on autofocus, I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, I do have a zoom too. I can actually zoom with Arian. Switch camera. So that's my ceiling. There. So I think it's autofocusing now. I switched camera and back and it's autofocusing good. That was my goal. So there's a few components, you know, for capacitors. These are actually cables from a USB cable.
I keep telling her it's not lunchtime yet. Maybe she thinks she is where you are. Smile, smile.
Yeah, maybe. I have some yogurt, so that's my lunch, I guess. So the only problem with these is that the resistors, they don't really fit. It's too short. So I should have another box where I put some of those. Yeah, and this worked, right? maybe we should measure what voltage these. This is the ones we were messing with. One of these boxes going in the other one, we could fit the bigger displays there too. By the way, so I'm sure I have. I think they're at the attic, but I have other sizes boxes at the attic because the boxes came with different sizes, and I only wanted the tiny ones, so I threw the others out. And the new ones comes in this like square, like lids almost. Yeah, that you can just put them